Alan has picked a subpar,
Subpar,
good,
baby.
bad movie for us to review. I watched it today. Alan, I believe, watched it today. Murr watched it last week.
No, I
And it's
watched it like 3 weeks ago when Alan
I
was
watched
supposed to
it
review
today.
it.
Al,
Yeah.
Murr, Alan Murr actually hit me up because, God damn it, when are we reviewing this fucking movie?
Because what had happened was, like, Alan was supposed to review it like 3 weeks ago,
Totally
and
forgot.
it was like, oh guys, I totally forgot to fucking review this. And then for whatever reason, we kept putting it off. And I had watched it literally like the night before we were supposed to review it, so it'd be fresh in my mind. So my notes are just they're
Oh
stale.
boy, have I got a refresher for you?
Okay, yeah, get to
All
it.
right. So the film is 1985's Private Resort, as you guys all know. This is Johnny Depp's first feature film.
I
for
have
those of you.
I have a rebuttal for that. I genuinely don't believe that this was supposed to be. I mean, yeah, Johnny Depp's in the movie, obviously. But I don't think he was the star originally of the movie. I think that either something happened in the personal world, or some of his other projects got big before this movie was released. Because the main character in that movie is not Johnny Depp. It's that
Yeah,
guy.
it's really his buddy, right? Rob Morrow. I
Yes.
think, if you're asking me.
Agreed.
Yeah, like he gets way more screen time. Like it seems to me that Johnny Depp is the buddy. But we digress. I'll give you a quick plot rundown. I'm gonna take it from Wikipedia because theirs is the best one that I found. So Johnny Depp and Rob Morrow star as Jack and Ben, respectively, teen buddies on the prowl for wealthy girls at a posh Miami resort where they are weekend guests. Also on the prowl is the Maestro, played by Hector Elizondo, with a great fucking head of hair, by the way, a skilled jewel thief pursuing the diamond necklace of a society woman, Amanda Rawlings, played by Dottie Goodman of 70s fame. While they accidentally run afoul of the Maestro, Jack and Ben suddenly have their hands full. That's it. And so I think I described this to you guys as like they get onto this resort, they make like one misstep after another, and it's just like it's classic 1980s like hijinks and titties and like bad comedy.
Yeah.
And it's fucking after rewatching it after probably a decade of not having rewatched, it's exactly what the fuck it is.
Two
Go ahead.
two attractive young men get
Yeah.
on a resort for a 4-day excursion
Yep.
with the intention of just getting laid as much as they possibly can,
Yep.
and then find themselves in the crosshairs of a very volatile jewel thief.
Yeah, of the
Hilarity
Maestro,
ensues.
Hector Elizondo. They laugh at
Hilarity
hijinks.
ensues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So a couple key things here. It's 14% on the tomato meter, so you know it's good. Fucking,
It's a spoiled
I
fucker.
thought a very key metric was time to titty. I clocked time to titty at exactly 3 minutes and 45 seconds. This
Really?
shit is literally at the end of like the intro credits.
Yeah,
Boom.
Yeah.
When
Did
that was one of the things that I watched, and I'm glad you clocked it because there was one point, like towards the end of the movie, right before the climax, and I was just like, well, I guess that's all the titties in this movie. And all of a sudden, they burst through a door of chicks like in a locker room, and like, ah! And I'm like, there it is. They fucking. They it was almost like the director or the producers were like, oh wait a second, we've gone 4 minutes without any titties.
Yeah.
Like literally every my wife watched it with me this afternoon, and literally like every new scene, she was like, "Well, Andrew Dice Clay's gonna need a condom." Like, and called it. Like,
That's right.
So,
Yeah, mind you, the time to first tit, would you clock it at 3:45?
3 minutes and 45 seconds.
The from 1 to 3:45 is just latent with skin, butts,
Yeah.
bikinis.
So the whole
it's
intro
almost
scene-
as shocking. I think like when I saw that first hit, I was like, damn, I saw
I can't
saw
believe
a lot
I
of
hadn't
beautiful
seen
women
it
before.
yet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
this isn't that kind
you're
of
right.
movie.
So the whole intro scene is Johnny Depp and this guy basically just doing a lap around the pool. And just seeing all the scantily clad goodness. There's like the kid who's like using the fish hook to get the lady's top off. Like there's always that mischievous kid at the resort pool, right? Fucking, and then you meet Hector Elizondo and you meet his wife, played by fucking Leslie Easterbrook, who is fucking Callahan of Police Academy fame, the tall blonde busty one. That's
and you
Callahan.
you do see her titty, but it's through
Oh.
like a sheer nighty
Yeah,
type
it's through
thing.
a sheer thing, but you definitely see Callahan titty.
She must have had
I
some
can't-
enhancement between there and Police Academy because I'm not. Look, what I saw was fine. That's all I'm saying. But I
Yeah.
was just like, but by the time, but I did not know that was her from Police Academy. She definitely got a job done.
Yeah. Right. So the way that all this breaks down, we'll backtrack and I'll try to run through it real quick for you guys. It's hard to hit all the high points because it's literally just hijink after hijink. But what happens is they do their lap around the pool. The one fucking dorky one who is technically the main character kind of gets smitten with like the dorky waitress lady, and then
God,
fucking
I wish
Johnny
I knew
Depp.
dorky waitresses like that.
Yeah, well, right. Well, she's the dorky one of the fucking rest of the crowd. She's a fucking smoke show. But either way, so Johnny Depp, of course, being the Johnny Depp character, tries to fucking hit on Callahan, who is the maestro's wife. This very, angry jewel thief on the resort. All about business. He's trying to get this diamond. The lady, Callahan, maestro's wife, does not accidentally leave her room key. Or does accidentally leave her room key, which Johnny Depp reads as an invitation to come to the room to bang. He goes to the room with his buddy to bang, and then fucking Hector Elizondo comes in, and the hijinks immediately ensue. Johnny Depp's naked in the bedroom. He thinks the wife wants to fuck him. The other friend's pretending to be the resort barber. He gives Hector Elizondo a bad haircut. Fucking everybody's got to run from the room, and basically from then on it is just total fucking chaos. There's a pure yes, go ahead.
It's a Rube Goldberg fucking
Yes.
just calamity after calamity after calamity leading to the end. I don't think, I will say this, Alan, I know this is your movie to review, but I don't think it deserves a 19% on the thermometer.
No, I don't think it does at all. Look, if we're gonna hit the highlights here, there's quick time to titty. There's young Johnny Depp. There's a plethora of other titty. There's young Hector Elizondo with a great haircut. There's fucking Callahan. There's a reference to Quaaludes to get ladies to have sex with him. Johnny Depp at some point is like, he's telling his buddy, look, give her a couple of these lewds, she'll loosen right up for you. Really fucking problematic. But 1985.
Yeah, who is, by the way, a religious nut who then takes her hair down and disrobes, who has a great set of knockers on her.
Great set of knockers. Yes.
Here's the thing, though. Let's break that down for a second, though. Okay.
Which, the Quaaludes?
Yes, the Quaaludes. Because, like, okay, part of me, like, when I saw that, believe me, Alan, I was as shocked as you are. But I'm shocked from a now perspective. I mean, you got to remember, 1985 is almost fucking 40 years ago. Yep. So did they think something different of Quaaludes, almost half a century ago? Like, did they think that they did make you horny and people took them for recreation, whereas now we know that they're like, nope, you don't remember anything, and yeah, you get banged out, but you don't remember why you did or if you liked it or not? Like,
no, I think it was such a sign of the times that, like, no, they definitely didn't make you horny. That's not what the medicine does.
I know, but to use it in that manner in a so casually in a obviously a major motion picture production.
Yeah.
It seems like they viewed Quaaludes in a different manner than we do now.
Oh,
well,
maybe
because they knew the writing was on the wall and they were running out. And it was
totally like it was totally acceptable to just loot up a babe and have some sex with her in 1985. You know what I mean? Look, that was the one where my wife was like, "Whoa."
Well, I mean, but the reason I'm bringing it up is like, if I'm Bill Cosby now, right? I'm like, why don't you watch The Private Resort with the Johnny Depp? Because Quaaludes weren't a big deal in 1985 when I was using them on all these women in my hotel room.
Right. Even though I knew what they did. And see, that's the point, though, I think. Everybody knew what they did. Nobody talked about it, though. Like, apparently, he literally on his sleigh sliding out of the door is like, here, man, just give her a couple of these. She'll be fucking great.
That's right. Just hold on. No, you, because you're playing third wheel with a religious chick, you give these to have sex with her. That way I can have sex with a whore by the smoking hot babe by the pool.
But the way they represented the the side effects, if you will, of the Quaaludes was like it made the chick with the diamond, the old lady, it just made her super horny, and she just wanted to bang everybody around her. Like
That is true.
She didn't go to sleep on the bed. She was like, I want to have sex with everyone.
That is true.
So like the way they portrayed what a Quaalude was not what we know it to be.
Maybe
I
Hollywood
think in
had
the
it
80s
wrong.
we thought Quaaludes were like Spanish fly, and they were like roofies.
Yeah,
That's right. I got a couple of notes that I had. So Rob Morrow, who plays Ben, who you guys said was supposed to be the main character. I could not get over.
Is more.
He had a cheesy laugh after every line.
Yeah.
He would say a line and go with a stupid smile. I also thought it was funny that Miss Rawlings, played by
Dottie Goodman.
Dottie Goodman, knew kung fu and beat the shit out of the maestro on more than one occasion. The other thing that I noted was, much like the Quaalude thing, where you kind of turn a blind eye and you turn it into comedy. There are multiple scenes where handguns and/or automatic weapons are waved around in a large crowd of people, and people are continuing to laugh. Like, this psycho has a fucking AK. Let's laugh because he has pie on his face. Whee!
This is my final note. So there's a final like chase scene where like it's the end of the vacation. Fucking Hector Elizondo's getting ready to leave the resort with Callahan, and fucking the boys are getting ready to leave the resort with their pretty girls that they've nailed down, but Hector Elizondo can't let it go. He's got to go find the fucking barber who fucked up his hair. And there is like a 10 to 15 minute fucking final chase scene around the entire resort with Hector Elizondo and Johnny Depp and Rob Morrow, and fucking they shoot down hallways with other people in them. Yep. Fucking they enter a fucking like full banquet hall with people eating dinner, and so I don't even know where Hector Elizondo gets the automatic weapon. I think it just materializes in his hand, and then he literally shoots it nonstop for like 2 minutes. It's got a clip this big, and he shoots 300 rounds out of the fucking thing. It really goes off the fucking rails in the last like 10 minutes. And you're right. That is I was like, why did they just keep shooting? Yeah. And I was going to say one more point about the eating thing. That scene where he's shooting is they had hit every fucking trope, like every 80s trope. There was some bullying, there was some this, that, the other, some cheating boyfriends and girlfriends. And then there was finally the fat character, and there was a fat woman at the buffet who did not stop eating while they were shooting all around her. And I was like, they nailed every fucking 80s trope they were like, oh fuck, we don't have the fat person eating in a weird situation. Get her in there.
Yeah, they also every fist fight scene, and there were a few. You know, there was the employee who wanted Ben's girlfriend, who was like, "Hey, baby,
that guy.
Maybe you meet up with me." And then he fought Ben, and then Andrew Dice Clay fought a few other people. He had inadvertently punched the security guard, who's throughout the whole fucking movie
just gets his shit kicked.
Just gets the shit kicked out of him, and they use the same sound effect for every punch.
Every single
1980s, like.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in classic 80s style, they use the tranny joke ad nauseum.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Wait, he dropped in the last scene. There's the gun shooting. He calls him an F-word hairdresser for that's a gay slur. It gets, like I said, the last 10 minutes is real fucking wild. I don't know why. I don't know if it was written that way. I don't know if production just fucking, they were like, you know what, fuck it, let's just wrap it up. But I feel like they were just like, we don't have guns. This is an 80s movie. We need a chase. We need guns. We need fucking some more hilarity. Let's end it off.
And we need a locker room to get those last sets of titties in.
And a locker room full of tits. Yeah.
And of course, Asian tourists taking pictures of the shootout of the salon and laughing at everybody because
laughing at it.
And not
because
just that,
a psycho with an automatic weapon with pie cream on his face is funny if you're there.
Yeah, that's true.
And you had the two Asian guys who were sumo wrestlers, and all they did was like sumo wrestle and talk in broken Japanese.
Yeah.
This is okay. So this is the one scene that I had to go back and watch. One scene that I had to go back and watch again, specifically because I was confused as to what was going on. The maestro is chasing Ben. Ben jumps into what is a locker room for a performance that's going to take place on the resort.
Yes.
Ben, who is only wearing a bathrobe esque type
He's just
thing
wearing
over his
gym shorts at that time. I know what you're talking about.
Jumps and puts on enough clothing to appear as a woman. The maestro then comes in and then becomes immediately smitten with him. I thought for sure that he was doing this as an act. That way, when he got Ben alone, he was going to kill him. Turns out, no, the maestro was legitimately attracted to what he saw.
While his wife is sitting in a cab with the meter running.
Lost all of his senses, lost all traction on what he was doing, had no desire to find Ben or the jewels. He was like, this woman, this is what I want right now.
I'm going to bang her in the elevator with Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, and then that fucking that diamond he worked so hard to steal, he drops down Ben's cleavage, and then he has to chase Ben some more.
That's right. He's gonna put it on Ben. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Private fucking resort. And all resort. Think about this. These two are running from the maestro for what? I mean, that happens the second day?
Yeah, well, no, it happens day one.
Yeah.
No, because I thought at night. Maybe this is the first day. Okay.
Yeah, because he goes back to the room with the key. Yeah.
Because I was thinking about the night scene where that woman's like, the first guy I meet, I'm gonna take him home with me, and Johnny Depp's like,
next night. Yeah,
that's the next night. You're right. So they're trying to avoid crossing paths with the maestro on a resort of what, 300 people?
What appears to be about 300 people.
Yeah, for what, 3 days?
It's like trying to avoid somebody at your Holiday Inn in Ocean City.
Yeah, well, when you're horny and full of roofies. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, when you're horny and you got a Tylenol bottle full of Quaaludes, anything goes, boys.
Anything goes. Well, Christ, Private Resort. I had to kick reviewing this one. Good pick, Alan. And you're right. I thought I actually Sarah did ask. She's like, "Is this a good bad movie that I'm gonna have to watch in the near future?" I was like, "Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to think about this one."
My wife was like, I just lost brain cells, you fucking dick. I was like,
you know what?
You're welcome.
Here's the thing, though. There was a time where cinema was really just for men. Not a lot of ladies liked watching movies. I don't know if it was an attention span thing. I don't know if it was that kitchen needs cleaning, so you don't got time to fucking spend 2.5 hours down at the fucking city.
Let's pause there for a sec, because you're absolutely right. Because not on top of the Quaaludes, two horny boys chasing tail, like the Andrew Dice Clay sideline, where just to inject more hijinks, is like Andrew Dice Clay's at the bar cheating on his girlfriend with a resort goer, and then enlists the help of the boys to cheat on the girl. And that's where the line that you had mentioned, Wes, where the girl's like, I'm going to sleep with the next guy across my path. Johnny Depp, the fucking opportunist that he is, tells his buddy, he's like, look, run interference, keep Dice Clay out here. I'm going to go cross that fucking path.
He's like, wait a minute. You definitely don't take her to your room, though. You should do it in our room. Here's a key. Yeah.
And so, of course, if you're listening, you could probably guess that they end up in the same room, hijinks, and then fucking hijinks ensue, right? You gotta, they carry a drunk girl, they drop the body, fucking, he comes in and out, needs a smoke, needs fucking condoms.
I gotta say though, in its defense, era, whatever, doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the hijinks was clever. Like a lot of like the, oh, this happened. Oh shit, this is happening. Oh shit, this is happening.
See, it was
clever.
That seems like a Weekend at Bernie's type.
Yes.
Thing going on. Yeah.
I was gonna say it does have a very Weekend at Bernie's feel with like the roller coaster of hijink after hijink after hijink. Like they just can't quite get themselves out of it, you know?
Can't hit that.
So if you got $3.49, rent it on Amazon Prime.